There have been 89 first overall picks in the NFL. 43 of them made it to at least one Pro Bowl. 18 of them won a Super Bowl, and 13 of them are in the Hall of Fame right now. And obviously from the title of this video, I will be talking about one of them, Bryce Young, who has put on a dumpster fire of a team and has played accordingly. But I believe his performance isn't a lack of skill. Rather, I think it's just a bad situation and unfair criticism this early in his career. Bryce Young has a ton of accolades throughout his football career. In high school, he won Gatorade Player of the Year twice, 2 state championships at Modern Day High School, and National High School Quarterback of the Year. He went on to set the single-season passing touchdown record at Alabama and led the Tide to a national championship appearance in 2021. So you would think the bona fide #1 overall pick, who has won at every stage of the game, would do the same in the NFL. Unfortunately for Bryce, that assumption will forever be wrong, at least in most NFL fans' eyes right now.
Will Bryce Young go down as the worst #1 draft pick ever?
Possibly.
Many people agree with Stephen A. Smith there. They look at Bryce Young's stats and say his total yards is very low, his record is abysmal, and his touchdown to interception rate is lackluster. And while that is true, I decided to compare Bryce Young's stats to another quarterback in the NFL right now. Bryce Young's numbers in his first 16 starts are on the left, but can you guess who's on the right? It's Baker Mayfield in his final 16 starts before he was given his second chance in Tampa. The reason I'm comparing Baker Mayfield to Bryce Young is because I think they were in very similar spots. Baker led the Cleveland Browns to a playoff win, but after just one bad season, they shipped him off to Carolina, and that's where the 16-game span I just showed you began.
Why won't you accept the fact Baker Mayfield isn't that dude? If he was, he would still be in Cleveland.
His season with the Panthers went terribly, winning 1 of his 6 starts and throwing just 6 touchdowns in the process, struggling with the bad bottom 5 Panthers O-line, just like someone else, right? After those 6 games, he got cut by Carolina in the middle of the season, seemingly proving the Browns right in giving up on him.
Describe the whole Baker Mayfield experiment with the Carolina Panthers. Would you call it a total disaster? Well, today the Panthers cut the quarterback they thought was going to be the guy to turn things around.
Luckily for Baker, not all hope was lost, because the following week he would get signed by the Rams to replace an injured Stafford for the rest of the season, and in return, Baker could get some film to show to teams that were in need of a quarterback the following offseason. Baker Mayfield's first game with the Rams was impressive, with a 98-yard game-winning touchdown drive. A couple other good games here and there helped his resume. In the offseason, he would get a second chance from the Bucs, signing a 1-year prove-it deal in 2023. And that was the second chance he desperately needed, revitalizing his career.
Baker has the opportunity to be the Bucs quarterback for a time to come. What's he going to do with this opportunity? I can't wait to see.
Baker led the Buccaneers to a division championship and a playoff win against the Eagles, earning himself a 3-year contract extension when it seemed like his career was nearing an end just 1 year prior. And I believe Bryce Young can do the very same thing. Now remember, he only has 20 games under his belt, a terrible supporting cast, and his second head coach in the same number of seasons. It's simply unfair to criticize him this heavily this early in his career. And I think if he gets the second chance that he deserves, he will pounce on it and ball out. And as it stands today, I don't think there's many quarterbacks in the NFL right now that can succeed in Carolina's offense, especially a young one. That's the rundown. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want. Comment down below if you agree with my hot take, and thank you for your time.